Thank you. Thank you guys for testing. I was testing to make sure because I was making some new overlays. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing for 7 months, Ninja. Hello, hello. Today is a special stream. We are actually reviewing 9 R.I.P. I am testing this for the first time as well, so let me know how the sound is because it could be really bad and I will be very apologetic in advance. I have my notes. I have been trying really hard. I have to keep my controller alive so that the music plays in the background. That's how you know I'm real. Ray! 7 months as well! Oh my goodness! Hello! Hello! Alright, so I have my notes. They're a little bit scattered because I am scattered. Ooh, did I hear something? Oh, a hype train! That's hilarious. Throwing me off my groove, guys. You're throwing me off my groove. I have so many notes spread out all over my computer right now because I'm doing a review today as opposed to streaming. I was debating doing both. Here's the story for last week. I didn't really stream last week. If you were around, you probably noticed. People kept calling out of work. I kept covering shifts. And then I hurt my back again. And so right now I have a little guy squished here to help me kind of prop myself up a little bit more. It's a great week. I took Sunday off of work and Monday just to like relax. Time to redeem, pick a game for me. You can't do that during a review stream. It'll be my next stream. I was debating playing Zelda today because I got it. I got the new Zelda, but I'm still playing Breath of the Wild, so I don't think I should play a new Zelda game right now. Even if it looks adorable, even if you get to be the queen herself. I was really excited. And also I have a new cup. My sister got this for me. It's so when we play Call of Duty, but I thought it kind of matched our vibes today. Have a killer day. Gonna lurk. I'm excited for this game. I think the game's gonna be my favorite, and I said that as I already saw one route at the time. It wasn't localized. Honestly, just playing, I only did the first chapters. Just as a heads up, I only played the first chapters of the games. I did not play the whole game. I didn't finish any routes intentionally. So I don't know what's happening, but I got really good vibes. And then I read something on their website, which I am going to do. Want to see my nails? Look at my nails. These are my horror nails. I was very happy about them. I was like giggling when she was doing them. And then, I had someone be like, oh my god, you need a refund. They destroyed your fingers. I was so excited. But yes, I'm ready for Halloween. And I got this so I could dress up. I'm trying to look like her friend. I'll show her later so you'll see what she looks like. Because I don't have dark hair. I don't look like that. And then as a reminder, this one was given to me through Keymeller by Idea Factory International directly, so I got this game for free to try out. I will be buying my own physical copy because I still want to play the game. I can't do that when I get these ones, so that's my little thing. And also as a warning in advance, I will be talking about the first chapters, but I will not be going anywhere further than the first chapters, so anything I say is going to be kind of at the start of the game. It's not too deep. But I am going to be vague intentionally for some parts. So if you play the game and you go like, huh, she didn't mention this, it was intentional. So I don't mention everything that's happening. So that's just my little warning. So if you're afraid of spoilers, there's going to be very few. But I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're going to start with just the premise. And I am going to read from Idea Factory International's little website too before I start. After I read this, because they have a kind of a funny thing. There's like this whole little quote where it's like, if you have anxiety, you're more likely to get spirited away. And I'm like, girl, why am I here? Why haven't I been spirited away yet? I shouldn't be here anymore. I'm making my font bigger because I can read it that way. Excuse us. Like, right? I'm sorry, I have anxiety. Why am I here? I shouldn't be here. That's not how this, if this is how this works, I should have been gone a long time ago. I breathe anxiety. Yeah, same. Like, I am just an anxious person by nature. This is me. Where are my cute ghostmen? Yeah, where are my cute ghostmen? I want to get spirited away and meet hot guys. What the heck? Why not me? So, anyways. back to the thing. Alright, at the start of 9 R.I.P. you're introduced to our protagonist. This is Misa. I kept putting Leah, by the way, when I was writing this because I always change the name to Leah, so I kept putting Leah and going, no, not that. She's in her second year of high school. She's struggling to fill out a career path assignment from her school. She's scared to fill out the form because her mom wants her to be a doctor and she doesn't want to be a doctor, so that's kind of where she's like stuck. It's just a piece of paper, but she's taking it very seriously. Her father passed away, and after her father passed away, her mom had become kind of obsessed with both her and her sister following in his footprints, which is why it's so hard for her to tell her mom the truth about it. I'm gonna scroll and read what Asia... I changed my phone screen to 9 R.I.P. I put the screenshot in the Otome. Ooh! There's some really cute pictures. I actually am gonna do a ranking at the end of this too. And I stole their art. This is all stolen. If Idea Factory watches, I stole everything. I stole their entire webpage to make this. Oh, your lock screen's so pretty. The art for this game kills me. I love it so much. Like, dude. Don't admit it. I stole this background, that's their background. This image, I stole it from their website. It's okay. If they find out, I'll take it down. So that's her dream. She doesn't even have a dream. This is part of the problem too, is she doesn't know what she wants to do, and so that's also giving her anxiety. So she's just so anxious. Her mom's dream isn't her dream, so it makes her more nervous as she continues on. So it just completely keeps going. We're introduced to Misa's best friend, Sayaka, who is an occult addict. She loves horror stories. She loves talking about horror stories. She is my spirit animal. Misa thought she was not a fan, even though she's not a fan of scary stories, she will always listen to her friend's stories. And the story itself, it's giving off the vibes of Whispering Corridors. I don't know if anybody here has watched any of those. It's a Korean series. I think they had 4. They could have more. I've watched up to 4. My favorite was Memento Mori, but there was The Wishing Step, Voice, and I forget the last one. I think his last one was just called Whispering Corridors. It was the very first one. But it's always like a school, it's always about 2 girls, it's always really creepy. There's different things that happen in them, but it gave me such a strong vibe when I started playing this. Let's see. It also kind of reminded me of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, and well, Yomawari. If you haven't played Yomawari, that one is literally just a story about ghost stories. I played it last Halloween. It was a lot of fun. There was 2, I believe. I played both. No, there was 3. I lied to everybody. There was 3 games. I played all 3 of them last year. But it's constantly going into school legends as well as just like scary stories. And every single one of the routes in this game kind of covers one of those scary stories. So it really matches up quite well. I love it overall. And so I'm going to read from their website because this is what they put down for stories. Which, by the way, tomorrow there will be a video on my YouTube channel. It will not be on here. It is specifically made for YouTube. It is the Who's Your Dede video. I worked on that all last week. I finally got to editing it. I ended up not using any of the video that I created at the con because the sound was just so bad. And I ended up re-recording the entire thing just so I could read it. Ooh, might be me, but you are a bit quiet. I can up this. Can you hear me now? This one's a little bit softer. I have been trying to work on the sound for this. This is my siren, which I bought and just had trouble using for the longest time. So we're gonna try. I just wanted my hair to look cute, guys. This is why I kept it. I also recorded my sound yesterday for my YouTube video, which is why this was already set up. So I was like, I might as well use it today. All right, so this is from IFI's website. So they say the town has always been known to have many people be spirited away. They also say that confused people or those struggling are more likely to get spirited away. Do you think you'll be okay? I'm like, what? In the beginning of autumn during her second year of high school, Misa Ishiki was told by her best friend, causing her heart to skip, "I'll be fine. I don't believe in any of that stuff. That's right. She doesn't believe in that kind of thing. It's just her life has been filled with so much stress, all related to her future. That's when an eerie voice reaches out to her. Why don't we take a look and see what you should do with your life? I'm the one who will lead you into the darkness. And that's when all the strange things around Misa starts to happen. Ooh, which is very accurate. And I love the vibe, so it made me really excited. And on their website, they also have this for world settings, which I liked as well. I am going to be breaking this down too in just a second. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, we have another screen. All right, so this is kind of the order in which I did this. I started with school ghost stories. This was not intentional, by the way. As you guys know, I like to play blind. You get 3 options. And the first option I chose took me to school ghost stories. It's just how it goes. So this one is... If you choose to talk to your sister Tsubasa, you'll find yourself on the school ghost stories route. This is really fitting since the story her friend Sayaka tells you about in the school legend is about kata kata. At the start, you are informed of a school legend that if you leave the school at dusk when the sun is setting and you hear the sound of something dragging behind you, do not turn around, because if you do, you'll see kata kata and he will ask you a question. And if you answer that question wrong or you do not speak, he will kill you. After talking to her sister, Misa decides to tell her mother her true feelings. At school, her phone rings. She gets the chance to tell her mom, only for her mom to dismiss her desires entirely. While at a loss of what to do next, Misa faints. And when she wakes up in the room, the red hue is all over and no one is around. In the hallway outside, she begins to hear a sound. Something dragging behind her. And again, she's stricken with fear because Misa thinks about her best friend. And when she thinks the coast is finally clear, she turns around and is face to face with kata kata. Ba, 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 ba. Look at this. You have to pay extra for these slideshows, guys. The two soon realize that they're both wrong with their first impressions that they had of the other. He takes her to the exit to... Oh, gosh. Hang on. I typoed. I did that. I don't know what I meant to say. He tries to take her to the exit of the school. On the way, they pass by a mirror. Misa recalls another school legend that says a shadow will reach out from the mirror and pull you inside. When she accidentally trips and her hand lands on the mirror, the reflection she sees isn't her own. He retreats, and shortly after, the pair continues to the door, only to discover it will not open. Outside, the sky is red. It's like you're in a hidden realm, where the realm of the dead reside, but not exactly. The two split up to look if there is any way out, and Misa ends up in the nurse's office, where she comes face to face with yet another school legend, the girl in the nurse's office. One with a ghost that was so desperate for a friend that after her death, she continues to haunt the nurse's office, pretending to be sick, before taking them to the other side. While there, they discuss what could have happened, and the concept about being spirited away surfaces for the first time. Mirror Boy's my favorite so far. I don't know. So his introduction for this scene was very short. He doesn't really talk too much, so I don't have a strong impression of him just yet. I do think he's creepy though. He got me. He got me real creepy. I am going to do ranking. We can do rankings together so we can see everybody's favorites so far afterwards. If you guys have read anything about it, just let me know. And then on their website, like I said, I'm not going to read their description of the school ghost stories, but it does have like a rating. So in school ghost stories, it has a 3-star for horror and a 1-star for romance. And it can only go up to 3 stars. So that does mean this is supposed to be the scariest route of them all, which can make a lot of sense because they're trapped inside of the school together. And she's not sure how she's going to get out. So that one is going to be interesting. And then the next one I did was Urban Legends. I also put this kind of in order that made sense, and I'll explain it when I get to the last one because I Your girl got lost. I'm just gonna be honest. I got so confused at one point. So now this time, if you decide to check the school library, you'll be thrown into the urban legends. Misa's in the library. She hears two girls talking about a legend about if you visit this park at night, you might see the ghost of a famous singer or actor. I actually forgot what he was. While she's listening, she starts to eavesdrop on their conversation, and her best friend Sayaka arrives to check on her, and she confesses that she was distracted. Sayaka gets excited and tells her another urban legend about Mary Mary. In the original urban legend, you receive a phone call where a voice says, "I'm Mary, and I'm near your house." Afterwards, you continue to get calls from the mysterious number as it gets closer to your home. However, in this case, the number that calls you is from the dead, and they have a message that's important to you from a loved one. After hearing that, Misa herself started thinking about her father and how she would probably appreciate getting a phone call, and she was surprised to learn that not all urban legends are scary. After wasting the day away listening to stories, Misa realizes she still hasn't picked what she wants to do, and Sayaka suggests she joins her university. Misa jokingly says yes, and then Sayaka gets very excited, and she has to confess the truth that she was just kidding. Sayaka runs away in tears. The next day, her friend is absent from school, will not answer her calls. Misa starts to hear a voice in her head, and she becomes very concerned and leaves the class. Her luck continues to get worse, though, after she leaves the classroom, and the charm on her bag breaks, and then a piece of paper spreads out into the street, and then the next thing she knows, she's back in her room. She can't remember what happened the day before, but it's suddenly late in the day, and she should be at school already, so she gets up, runs outside, and is face to face with her best friend, who's ignoring her. When she gets into class, all the students are really, really sad, and the teacher starts to talk about how yesterday, one of the students was in an accident, and then he says her name. She runs out of the classroom, she's freaking out, and then she realizes that people are walking through her. She collapses on the floor, confused, convinced that she's officially dead, and then she realizes that there is a man now trying to talk to her. Bum, bum, bum. As she's spiraling, he starts to chat with her. He introduces himself as Koyo, and his concern for Misa is masked behind an almost rude persona. Koyo explains his concern is because a ghost that dwells too much on sadness will become a wraith, which is why he got her to stop spiraling in the first place. One of the love interests you're interested in? I think he's really cute. I like his color, palette. I think anyone that reminds me of Sehun is someone I like. He reminds me of Sehun. If you remind me of Sehun, I enjoy it. When she's talking to him, he does introduce her actually to Kira Kira. I'm not going to focus on the little introductions. There is overlays in this where the other characters pop up in each route, which confused me the first time I started playing because I thought, oh, I'm still on a route that could get me somewhere. And then I realized it was here's your two potential love interests. And I was like, oh, okay. He then later tells her that she'll meet up with her tomorrow. And Misa doesn't agree, but she eventually is like, I guess I'll see him tomorrow. She tries to decide what she's going to do for the evening and ends up at a park. And when she's there, she notices a man hiding, and he pulls her in with her when she realizes who he is to hide with him. And it's Sina, the dead actor. Da, 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 da. Hang on, I got lost. They talk for a bit, and then he continues to act like a celebrity even in death. I will say this, I only saw Kiraha route, so all the other love interest I don't know anything about. That's fair. His story so far, he's on this side now. I'm interested in him, but his part when they run into each other, it's kind of short, and he's acting like an idol the whole time, so I wasn't too intrigued about him, but I do like his character design. He's cute. He's actually giving off Sina from Lover Pretend vibes. I'm down. Last thing that happens before this chapter ends is Misa remembers that Sayaka is always what takes her dog on walks at night and where she goes. She remembers talking about this with Koyo, and Koyo said that sometimes animals can see ghosts, and so she tries to talk to her friend, but that's when her friend says she's really sorry for what she did to her. And the chapter ends. Bum bum bum. What happened? And then on their website for this one, for the urban legends, this says horror is 1 and romance is 2. So it's more romantic than the previous one and not as horror based as the previous one, which surprised me given the fact that it has layers of where she could possibly become a wraith. Like if you turn into a wraith, that's pretty bad. Hear me out. Is it just me? And then the next one, okay, this is another one where I got a little more fun. I actually have more shots in this than just the main ones that they gave us. So if you decide to escape reality entirely, if you decide that you're going to, instead of work on your project, go to a cafe, but realize that you're a terrible person for doing so and go to a shrine to pray, you'll end up on the spirit route. So the priest notices that you're acting weird because you start hearing voices in your head and you are so confused by all the bickering happening around you. Like you're losing your mind. When the priest notices how you're acting, he tells you that you are possessed and that he could do an exorcism the next day because right now is not a good time. You kind of brush it off as maybe he's wrong. But then at school the next day, on the chalkboard, the words "go to the shrine" is written by itself. So she decides to take him up on it. As the exorcism is going, she starts to see a person. This is all helping her anxiety, 110%. This would not make me anxious at all. Hearing voices, not even a little bit. Especially if they're fighting with each other. Totally down. So as the priest is performing the exorcism, she starts to see a figure slowly form, and then when he's done, the figure is fully formed, and the priest does not see this person, does not react to the person, and then says, "Nah, what was attached to you was floating above your head." He introduces himself as Yukomaro, and he's an apprentice guardian spirit. He explains his job is to bring happiness to people. He proclaims he'll be your guardian spirit, and without thinking, Misa just says, "Okay." So now she realizes that she's just agreed to have him as her guardian spirit and tries to run away. She calls her friend Sayaka and then tells her what's happening, and Sayaka's really excited for her because, like, you got a spirit now. Like, you got a spirit attached to you? That's super cool. She's like, "No, I don't want this spirit. I gotta get rid of it." And she's like, "We could try a spirit board, I guess." With the help of the internet, she follows the steps and starts using the spirit board while holding a coin in her hand that she is not allowed to let go. The spirit board gets impatient. Hurry up. He is so pretty. I already love him. He is voiced by Ken, by the way. If we forgot who Ken is, I didn't. I literally saw his name and started filling out his character history. I saw a clip about that character on Atomi Reddit. I don't know anything about him, but I love him. Hurry up. Yeah. Me as a ghost. That's me. As soon as this happens, a voice startles her. She drops the coin, and then a figure emerges from the purple haze. Dun da da dum. He introduces himself as Koharu before he informs you that you are now his dog, and you will do whatever he says until he's ready to say that you've completed your obligation to him because you have cursed yourself. "Hello, sir, I want you." He's gorgeous, and he's angry for all the right reasons. He then learns that Yukomaro is there and becomes agitated. That's when a boy dressed in pink also shows up. And suddenly this is like Three's Company kind of thing. It's a really like mishmash. Everyone's really, really, really hilarious in this one. This chapter itself had me laughing. Misa's mom shows up. They go up to her room to continue talking. We learn a little bit more about what's going on, but she's still trying to figure out how she's going to get all of these people to stop being attached to her. I can't wait for this game to be released so I can finally gush about all the boys to my moots. Honestly, one of my favorite otomes I've ever played. It's adorable. It's probably going to be high on my list once I actually get to play it all the way through. Thank you for being here, Lou. So yeah, I was straight excited about him. And in this one, you learn that Yukomaro likes to eat, even though apparently spirits don't need to eat. And this cute, adorable, pink-haired boy in the middle is actually the god that got banished by the exorcism. So we got that going. Did I forget to take this to the next part? Originally, I had all the voice actors after their chapter, and then I moved it to the end, and I think I forgot to move one. I think 9 R.I.P is going to be my top favorite Otomes. I also feel that way too. Like, there's a thing, right? I fell in love with the aesthetic. Like, the aesthetic of this game alone is so pretty. And the art's really gorgeous. So far, the story seems really good too. Go use my favorite route, and I'm waiting patiently for the sequel. I mean, if it's good, I'm gonna be excited too. Did they announce a sequel? Wait, have they already announced a sequel to 9 R.I.P? Wait. I need to catch up. I'm behind already. This can't keep happening. Oh no. Is there more love interest? Just curious. Are there any other boys? He's got my interest the most now to be super excited. Oh, they did last month. Listen. I just told you guys how I was dead for the last week of the month. I wasn't ready. And then for this set, this is the Other Realm. So Other Realm, I got so distracted. I'm so easily distracted. Horror is at a 2, which actually surprises me because this realm seemed like it was going to be the more slice of life. Slice of life, you're hanging out with ghosties. And romance is at a 3. So this one has the highest romance of them all, which is exciting because Ken's hot. I'm not gonna lie, I like Ken. I like Ken, I like his voice. Also, his voice reminds me more of Nori in this one than Shelby, which is also really exciting. Oh, thank you so much. I don't have that announcement on here. I made this. This is a new window. So yeah, so this one has the highest romance in it, and these are the 2 romanceable characters. The little guy in the center, he is not romanceable, even though he's the oldest person in this game, I believe. And then next up, we have Other Realm. Now, this one is probably my favorite one so far. And I was sitting going like, oh my god, is the last route locked? Can I not play the last routes? How am I gonna get there? Am I gonna have to like actually play this game so I can review all of the routes? No. You just go back to the choice where you decide to be a delinquent and not do your studies and instead go to home instead of the shrine. And when you do that, you end up here. So after not going to the shrine, Misa continues to have the same stress about filling out her career path. She then hears a voice very clearly in her head, and it says he's leading her into darkness. She then gets a call from her mom, which she decides to ignore. The voice continues to talk to her, and the world turns completely black. When she finally awakes, she's on a train, but she is not alone on this train. I love him so much. Ugh, I can't wait to talk more about him. Alright. I'm easily distracted when they're beautiful. Alright, she gets on the train. To top it off, the person on the train with her also doesn't know how he got there. He's also very scared and nervous, and he keeps complimenting Misa on being so well at hanging onto her emotions and not acting so overwhelmed by everything. And she's like, I'm just doing this because I can see how bad you're acting and I don't want you to get more scared. When the pair finally get off the train, they see that they're at the Kisaragi station. That's the best you're gonna get out of me today. And that, to everyone's surprise, pause for dramatic effects, is also an urban legend. It's the station that exists in the Other Realm. The legend states that once you leave the station, you will never return alive. The train disappears as Misa says, maybe we should just get back on the train, leaving the pair stranded. So they decide, why don't we go ahead and get into this village? The boy then introduces himself as Minami and asks to hold Misa's hand because he's so scared. Once on the ground level, Misa becomes very concerned by the sight of the people there. They don't look like normal people. She asks Minami if they should get back onto the train course, and he says, why? There's nothing there. And then suddenly, she starts to smell something sweet, and she passes out. When she passes out, she starts having some really, really weird dreams. And then she sees a figure in her dream that says they want to make a pact with her. She then wakes up and she is face to face with a man kissing her fingers. Which honestly, if he looks like that, I don't know. I can't speak for her, but if he looks like that, I'm okay. I'm alright with that. Let me fix my mic, it actually just went way down. Oh no, it's sliding. I want him. Honestly, like, there's so many good characters in this game. It's kind of nerve-wracking because I was gonna make the list in advance, but I'm gonna make it with you guys because I'm lost. If I'm making a lot of noise, get ready. It's just because this little part started to fall forward and I realized it when I was trying to move my mic back. I don't use this mic rack that much, you see. Oh yeah, I want him too. Like this guy, he's covered in like, it looks like stitches. I don't know why. I don't know why I like that. Hear me out. Hot. I don't know. So he's kissing her fingers. He explains he's purifying where this demon had touched her. He goes on to explain that he's part of the Hell Organization's Eastern Japan branch, HO for short, and his name is Sia, and that she's currently bum-ba-da-bum in hell. He goes on to tell her that Minami is a demon that brought her here, but she was having a very hard time believing that because that guy was so sweet. He was so nice. Like, he was just talking to me. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Nothing wrong with him at all. Minami's route had me stressing, but Okamoto Nobukino's voice acting skill was incredible in that route. So I'm super excited for his route because of his voice actor. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait. The next thing after this is we are going to talk about the characters. So we are going to deep dive characters here in just a moment, but oh my god. So he goes on to tell her that Minami is a demon who brought her here, but she's having a hard time believing it because he's so sweet. She's unsure if she can trust this stranger, and he doesn't discourage her from doing that. He thinks it's healthy for her not to trust somebody when the moment that she wakes up. He gives her a phone and sends her on her way. A shop merchant tries to offer her food, and that's when Minami shows up again and angrily to inform her that eating food here is toxic, but he also has my, oh, I'm so sorry, hang on. I forgot something. I have a screenshot. My apologies. Can this game be here now? There's a screenshot before I get to my next screenshot. This is why I got really excited. Alright, this boy blushes. Like, he also tells you he's straight up, you're not his type at one point. But you keep saying things like that, and I'll get the eye that we're destined to be together. You're making my heart flutter. What? We just met. Why are you blushing? I already forgot the date. It comes out on the 15th. And the collector's edition or the special edition is still pre-orderable right now, so. Damn, Riz. I know, like, whew. He's got little stitches and little blush marks. Like, dude, this guy, I like him. I like him a lot. Alright, but here's the part. This was my moment. So Minami, after he saves the day and stops me from getting toxic food waste inside of me, don't you dare touch what's mine. I like it. I like it so much. So Minami shares his side of the story with her. Green flag. Yeah, green flag, but like, is it though? Is it? It's a green flag to me. So then the two catch up and Minami insists he's not a demon. When the two touch hands, however, there's a shock between them and the truth about Minami is revealed. So he shows back up and these two start having a fight, and I'm not gonna say what's happening, but like, it gets pretty intense for the first chapter. I had another screenshot on here that I just took off because I was like, I don't want to ruin that. That screenshot's so good. It's the first chapter, guys. It has a great screen CG. You're gonna love it when you get there, or you're gonna hate it. It depends on how you feel about demons. I love demons. That's probably a bad thing to say, but it is October, so it's time to support them. And then we're gonna talk about characters. Woo, girl, listen, okay. I'm okay with a yandere as long as they don't put me in a cage or force kiss me. I have some rules there. You can want me more than anything. I literally romanced demons this year, so I mean, honestly, it's why I want to play If Tempest. Like, they're demons, right? There's demons. I can date a demon. I have a dream. So that is the basic rundown of the story plot for the first chapters for each of those characters. It always spirals into 2, and I will cover that as I go over characters. So I'm going to introduce some of the characters that we have in the game. This is Tsubasa Ishiki. This is our protagonist's sister. Red flag? What's a red flag? I'm colorblind. There was a quote, and I still quote it to this day. I think I put it on one of my thumbnails, or I was going to put it on one of my thumbnails, but I couldn't make it sound right. It's from BoJack Horseman, and she's like, when you're wearing rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. I'm just like, yes. Yes, they do. I would say Hibiki is more of a yandere and for this Otome, but his route has me ugly crying, and it's so good. See, I kind of got that vibe because one of his CGs, he was smiling pretty creepily at her, and I was like, oh, you're a baddie. Like, ooh. So this voice actor is Tomoko Ikaida. Her other works include Beyblade as Eiger Akaban. That's the biggest one that was in their history. I try to only list Otome, but if they don't have Otome games, I'll just list something else, so just keep that in mind. So Tsubasa is Misa's older sister. She's a bit of a wiser character. She's already kind of gotten out of their mom's shadow where her mom wanted her to be also a doctor, but she kept saying, I want to do fashion. Hear me out. I also love her outfit. Like, this is one of my favorite outfits I've seen. She's got fishnets on and a tube top made out of leather. She's very cool. And she's also a good big sister. Like, she gives her sister good advice. And then, oh, I broke it. I'm on the wrong slide. I'm on the wrong slide. Watch me. We have Aria. Nope. Ayami Ishi. It broke pages. This is the mom. I don't like yanderes, but I do like him as a character, so I guess I'm excited for his route. Again, it depends on what kind of yandere they are. I'm down for an overprotective, fake, fictional character, not real life, that will be like, you're getting too close to my girl. I'm down for that. I'm just not down for cages. I'm not down for forced anything. You can like me too much. I'm more into stalkers. Is that what I'm saying? I like stalkers. Don't touch me, but it's okay if you're there. Now this voice actor, haha, we got really distracted there, is Adi Atsu. Her other work includes High School Fleet as Mimi. This mom, she's a loving mom. I'm gonna say this very, very straight. She is a loving mother. She's just way too focused on her kids in terms of what she wants them to become, and it's very stressful. I can say that I know a lot of people who can relate to what Misa's going through because she feels like she can't be true to herself because her mom isn't going to accept her if she's true to herself, and I'm just like, ugh. I don't like the mom, just me personally. Again, she is a good mom. She has very jaded intentions, I guess. Like, it's a little too broken. Yanderes are my least favorite personalities, but when I say I love Hibiki's route, I mean it. However, I recommend getting tissues. I mean, he's got a noose around his neck. There's gonna be something happening. Lou's giving us foresight right now. And then here is, I put this in the wrong order. Hang on, this is Toka. This was not supposed to be Toka. This is a god. This is the god that is currently attached to Misa. He is a god of misfortune, by the way. Look how cute he is. What a precious. He's got cherry blossoms in his hair. I love him. You can't date him, I'm very sorry to say. However, he's very childlike, so I guess that's fine. I don't really like that in the character. But he's very sweet too. He latched to Misa specifically because she is harboring so much misfortune that he just caught eyes with her. He's like, oh my god, look at you. He tries to help her, but he can't do too much. Coming by to lurk. Hi, Link. But he's precious. He's adorable. I love the little vibes that route has. I'm looking forward to that route specifically because he's in it. I only saw Kuraha's route, so I already prepared to cry in any route. Are we gonna cry? Could he be dateable in the sequel? I mean, if he could be, I would be down. He was so fresh. Like, he's very childish and stuff, but like, he cares. Like, he's following her around because he cares. He gives Winter's Wish, I can't think of his name right now. His voice actor's in this game. What's his name? Hibby? Hibby vibes? He reminds me of Hibby. Like, I wanted that man to be so happy and his life was so sad. We're gonna ugly cry. Am I gonna cry? Guys, I don't want to cry. So here's who I'm dressed up as today. Oh my gosh, look at me. This is Sayaka Hide. This is her best friend. The voice actor for this is Narumi Kaho, and her other works include As a Reincarnated Aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skills to rise in the world. She plays Charlotte. So that was the big one. Sayaka is a passionate friend who loves spooky stories, and sharing them with Misa together, they work really well. In the early stages of the games right now, so I'm curious how their friendship will develop. I also appreciate that it's not like she's trying to hoist her onto boys. All the boys are dead. But at least like they have something they can talk about, and I really enjoyed that. I cried twice. Guys, we can't be crying. Your girl ain't ready for that. All right, so we're gonna move on to School Ghost Stories. And this first one is one that a few of you guys been talking about. This is Kuraha. The voice actor is Toshiki Masada, and his other works include The Charming Empire as Kei Yoshimine, and then My Hero Academia as Ejiro. My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom as Sirius. So if you guys remember Sirius, we were sad we couldn't see him in the game, so now he's here. Now Kuraha has a kind of noble air about him. He has a lot of it feels like responsibilities like built into him. We don't know too much about him just yet, but he wears a kimono, he carries a sword, he gives off the vibes that he's been dead for a while, to say the least. I do like the flames around him, and I love every single one of them having these little flower motifs on them. I might add, I love the flowers. I love the colors of this game. It makes me really happy. But he's kind of reserved, so I don't know too much about him because he didn't spill the beans when we started talking to him. He was just trying to help me out. Don't mind me, I'm being a fangirl. I love Kuraha. Love him. He's beautiful. He's also the cover boy, if I recall, so he's the one on the cover. Now this is Hibiki. This is the voice actor of Shinichi Toki. His other works include Winter's Wish Hibi, Virtue Evermore as Dahat, and he was in Pio4 as Leo. I can't say his last name. We're gonna pretend it wasn't written. He's giving me crazy vibes, which someone just said he kind of has a yandere in chat, so I mean, I guess I was right. Given that Shinichi Toki's history of playing unhinged characters, though, in Otome games, I could easily see this route developing into something dangerous. Because he's kind of, you know, good for that. Love Leo. See? And I love Dahat. I know he's psychopath. I also loved Hibby. I feel like Hibby deserved so much more in Winter's Wish, and I think I should have been able to date Hibby in Winter's Wish. Anyways. Next, we're going to enter into the urban legend routes. So this one, we're going to start with Sina. Now, this voice actor is Tetsuya Kakahara, and his other works include Fairy Tale as Natsu, oh my goodness, Amnesia as Shin, Code Realize as Victor Frankenstein. Now, I know everybody in here already knows I love Fairy Tale. I love Natsu. Natsu's my favorite character in Fairy Tale, so him being here is great. However, there's an but. His character seemed kind of flat when he first got introduced to him. He basically still acts as if he is still a idol, even as a ghost. Like, I almost got the impression from the very first conversation he's not aware he's dead, maybe. Because when they were chatting, he just kept acting like, oh gosh, this idol life. Like, what? You're dead. Why are you acting like this? So maybe as we continue to play, we're going to find out why he thinks that. Maybe we are going to spill the beans and let him know that, by the way, you're dead. But it had a really strange vibe when they first got introduced. So I'm waiting to see how it goes. Fairy Tale of Fairy. I know I'm behind. I think I'm 2 episodes behind right now. I caught up and then I fell behind again. I need more. I need more Fairy Tale in my life. He took Idol as his personality. He did. Like, literally, that's what he does. He's just like, hey, it's nice to meet a fan. And I'm like, what? You're dead. What do you mean? Another route that made me cry. Lou, no. Oh, no. I mean, oh, goodness. But yeah, this is the voice actor of Natsu from Fairy Tail, which makes me very excited. I love Fairy Tail. And then we have Koyo. This is gonna be fun. Someone's all like, I cried. And you're like, this is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to cry. Now, the voice actor for Koyo is Rota Shizuki. Other works include Jack-Jin as Kito Minorikawa. That is the boy that's like the Jack that's in the All-Jin class. And then he's in Twisted Wonderland as Trey Clover. His screen highlights. I love him. He's so cute. Like, aesthetic-wise, I love him. He gives off the vibes, too, that he's probably recently deceased, but not too recent, just by the way he dresses. He's a very helpful person. He cares a lot about other ghosts, because in his route, she's dead. She's dead. So they're both ghosts. And he's just like, I don't want you to go down a bad path. And he's trying to distract her from getting too emotional because he knows what can happen when someone gets too emotional after they die. And he's trying to help her navigate being newly dead. And honestly, I love it. I think he's probably going to be one of my favorite characters just based on how he treats her at the beginning, because the way you treat someone when you first meet them really matters to me. And he's just instantly like, are you okay? Like, he's one of those people that like will hit you in the head because he wants you to like stop crying because he wants to distract you. Like, he's trying his best here. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. He's gorgeous. And then we have the spirit world. Jazz hands. Now this is Koharu. He is our yandere. Not yandere. I lied to you. Don't listen to me. He's our tsundere. His voice actor is Yohei Azekama, and he is from Atelier Ryza as Boss Bruin. He doesn't have any other Otome games in his history, but Atelier Ryza is a very popular one, so he's got that tsundere vibe. It's because he's just sitting here growling at you. Instantly. He instantly was in a bad mood. He's a bit of a grumpy guy. He's not afraid to shout at the other guys, though, so he's quick to, like, make them shut up if they're being too loud. Reeks of tsundere. He can come off mean, but he shows a sweet side, wink wink, which leads me to believe he'll continue to grow into a lovely character. He also is really concerned about her too, because one, she's in a contract with a spirit and then she accidentally summons him, and now she's kind of like trapped with him too, and then there's a god that's following her around, and he's like, why are you acquiring all these people? That's a problem. Did you think this was normal? And she's like, I didn't mean to do this. So we'll see how it goes. And then the one we've all been waiting for, Yukamaro. This voice actor is Ken. We all know Ken here. This is Shelby from Cupid Parasite, Nori from Sympathy's Kiss. This is Limbo from Bust of Fellows. He is in Reign des Fleurs as Orpheus, and I will continue to talk about that game until they bring it to the US. Please, give me that game already. It's gorgeous. I don't care if their mouths don't move because it's so old. Give it to me. A legit ray of sunshine. Honestly, that's pretty much it. He is happiness all around. He's just a super happy dude. Has a bit of a funny side. He likes to eat even though he's a spirit. Ken brings Yukomoto to life with a voice close to Nori from Sympathy Kiss, which suits the character design as well. Overall, he gives off a very bubbly aura that could lead to a sweet story or even disaster. So, we'll see. I know one in chat saying that this one made them cry, so he looks so elegant and lovely. I think we already said this before, but he gives off snake vibes, like Yuki's brother from Fruits Basket. Like, I enjoy it. I like this look. Very, very nice. Like the character designs, the way they like add the colors and stuff. Like I love all the orange accents on him. 8 out of 9 of the love interest I loved to pieces. Are you saying there's a 9th love interest? Wait. Wait. Conniving. I mean, he's the reason that she gets unbound by the god that like was taking care of her. So maybe he is a little bit like seedy on the other side of it. This one made me cry. Asia says, I'm kidding. And then we have Other Realm. This is probably gonna be my favorite realm. Hands down, I enjoyed being in hell, I guess. And then this is my baby. I don't care if he's evil. I can fix him. This is Minami. This is voice acted by Nobuhiko Okamoto. And this is Peter Flag from Cupid's Parasite. Have you heard of him before? Like, do you know who that is? He is also Roddy in Radiant Hell. He is Taiga in Variable Barricade. He is Yang in Pio4, and in Charade Maniacs he plays Takumi Heizi. I could have ended at the first name and he would have been fine. He wouldn't have even known I'd written it. But this is my angel. This is my light. This is my thing. Like he's so cute. He is so cute. I am so excited. He changes his voice in the middle. So there's a moment because he's like, like, oh my gosh. And then there's this moment where he's like, oh, I guess the jig is up. And his voice drops. And I'm like, what? Go on, keep talking. Oh my God. Just imagine me jumping right now because I'm so hyped for this game. I am so hyped. Like oh my goodness. To be clear, I did not request this game from them. That's why I made a poll asking if you guys wanted me to review it because I have every intention of playing this game. And I didn't know if I wanted to review it because I want to play it so bad. And I still want to play it so bad. It's so good so far. But oh my goodness. I can't wait for you to experience the game. I'm so excited. But like literally when his voice dropped, I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. Got a second voice for me. Which makes sense because like that voice actor, he is godly. I mean, he's played a god a few times. So he's really good at changing his voice. Like Peter Flag does not sound like Roddy at all, you know what I mean? So I'm excited. And then the last but not least in any way, we have Sia. It's Sia. I said it right the third time. He has range. That man has range. Yeah, I'm so excited for his range. And this is voiced by, get ready for me to butcher this guy's name, Shinosuke Tachibana. And his other work includes Pio4 as Directori. He's in Bad Apple Wars as the white-haired prefect, which I still want to play. Like, we did that ranking last year, and he was on my list of, like, I would probably enjoy him. And I... Does he sound like this? Like, please? And he's in Snowbound Land as Orva, which is another game that I need a US port for already. Please and thank you. Saya gives a very serious vibe, but he also has like these undertones of like, oh my gosh, what? Like he's like a weeb that has a serious job. There's moments where he changes his response. Like he blushed at me. I was not expecting that because he looks so serious. Aesthetic wise though, like he reminds me of like a Frankenstein's monster. Like he's covered in like what looks like stitches. Was he put together? Like what happened? What's your story, my guy? And we already know this. I love tattoos, so the like flower tattoos that are on the guys gets me every single time. I'm in love with this man. I'm broke, so I'm not gonna have a chance to play, but I'll watch Leah play it. I'm still gonna get the game if I got money. You should watch, watch IFI tomorrow. They're gonna be doing a stream, and last time they did a stream for 9 R.I.P, they did a giveaway, so you might win a copy. Maybe if you ask Santa, you'll be blessed with a copy. Yeah, maybe if you ask... Santa is IFI, by the way. So they gave out like a special edition on their last stream where they did the box opening, so... I'm just saying, you could maybe try that, maybe? I'm very excited to play this. I'm going to be playing this day one. I already have plans to play this day one. I'm a little bit sad because if I recall correctly, the day this game comes out is a Tuesday. Tuesdays are the days where I stream shorter times, so Just don't misspell Santa. Honestly, I think somebody else, somebody with a tan at the end of their name might help you a little bit better. I'm gonna sneeze, hang on. Excuse me, I felt that in my soul. But yeah, if possible, I've won a few giveaways from them. See? Just go over there. They might give you a copy. And then, where are we this side? I have a ranking that we're gonna do, which honestly, I'll do that after I give my final thoughts. So I played through the first chapters and getting to see the boys in action. I'm really looking forward to playing the game. There's a lot of layers involved, and my favorite part is that each of the routes kind of spiral off into their own stories. They're not just a continuation where you're starting at the same point and you're going to the next point and the next point. They have different like histories. They're going to have different events happening, and I think that's very interesting. So it's like 4 unique stories where you have 2 potential love interests in each one. Her family's actually fleshed out. That doesn't usually happen too often. Like, there is a motivation, and I really enjoy that. I'm eating. Nice. So I really like that as well. The interfacing for the game is also so pretty to look at. I love rainbow palettes. I love flowers, and like there's so much of this like oil slick look all over this game, and I just love it. The screens, all the different stuff, the chat boxes, it's so pretty. So I thought the game itself was going to have a lot of a darker undertone, but ultimately it doesn't. Has as dark an undertone as I thought it was going to get. But who knows? I only played the first chapter, so it can change. I'm hearing a lot of people saying they cried their eyes out, so you know, there's 4 common routes. So depending on your choices, you'll end up somewhere else. Yeah, which is super exciting. And you might burst into tears at the same time. And then I also stole this from IFI. This is their little badges. These are so you can like use them for SNS, but what I'm going to be using is to rank the boys today, from most favorite to least favorite. But this is something that can change, so we're going to screenshot it and see if my opinions change by the end, because let's be honest, I'm very early on. It's a nice mix of angst and comfy vibes. You know, that's what we need. I'm scared to put him number 1. Oh, nope, I grabbed the background. Plot twist, I didn't grab him. Where are you? There you are. I'm scared to put him number 1 because I feel like he might not be a good person. Is that what I feel like? There's such, let's see, there you are. Do I want him to be number 1? Oh goodness. See, this is where I was lost. Oh, there's so many good characters. His little badge should be like so unhinged. I like the ink on his sleeve. Like, I don't understand what happened. Like, why did he spill ink on his sleeve? Why did he not wash it off? Why did he not change? They're looking so cute. I know. I love these badges. Oh goodness. Okay. I don't know if that's my 1 and 2. We'll see as I go. Like, who? Okay. So I know I love Fairy Tale, but his voice is his best feature. I don't know about his character yet. All are SS tier for me. The one love interest that I don't care for isn't there. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? There's another one? I asked and someone said there wasn't a secret route. Is there a secret route? Is he cute? I DK my ranking for them. Secret. Shh. I knew it. I said it's called 9 R.I.P. and there's only 8 boys, and that's... Is it? Are you tricking me? That'd be so funny. She's... Atome Lou's just tricking us the whole time. Oh my goodness. It's like, wait, there's another one? I didn't know about a secret at all. Oh my goodness, I'm not, I promise. I don't want to spoil. It's okay, don't spoil it. I do like secrets. I believe Lou. I feel like I trust this person. Okay, who's next? Actually, probably him. Oh Oh, goodness. It's really hard because I do like them all. I also love him. Oh no. Oh no, this is going bad. This is not going the way I wanted it to. He's great. You can go right here. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, is this right? Okay, this is what we got. This is what we got. It's not the greatest list. Okay. Do I want him first? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want him first. Oh no. Wise choice? Hear me out. We're gonna find out about the secret if there are walkthroughs soon. We'll find out. Actually, there might be some other reviews out already. Today was the day, if you know what I mean. Okay. I think I like this. I don't know if I'm locked in. I love Ken's voice. I haven't noticed him breathing yet. Keep that in mind. But his character in this one is more like Nori than it is Shelby. And Shelby had a lot of reasons to sigh. Plus, I just like that route in general because it gives me like a little family. Like they're just a little family. And then he's so unhinged. I love him. I love my unhinged baby. Like I've been in love with this man since the moment I saw him because he's just so ridiculous. He wears high heel shoes, by the way. Oh my gosh. Like what? Like I love him. I love him. Like that's it. Okay, I think I'm good with this. I think I'm comfortable with this. It's not perfect, right? But who is? So we're gonna line this up. This is gonna be what I think my order is going to be. Oh man, these two. I'll put you here. This is aesthetic. Okay. I'm doing this by aesthetic. I like people that remind me of monsters. Okay. 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 Will I like you more? I don't know. Okay. Oh, they're so cute. They are so cute. These little pictures, so cute. You can get them on IFI's website right now. Okay. Alright, that's my final lineup, I think. Has anyone played them all the way through? Like, I know a lot of people love him. He's not my #1 right now, but I know the redhead's a really popular guy. But I'm super excited for this game. Like, everybody looks adorable. The art looks really pretty. It's kind of like... Which game was it we played? It wasn't too long ago. Radiant Hell. Like, I liked so many characters in Radiant Hell, it was really hard to make a list because most of them are really, really good. I love all the love interests. It's a problem. I was thinking of buying this for my birthday, but I don't want to cry. These chibis are so convincing me. Like, look how cute they are. I mean, for your birthday, that sounds like a good birthday gift. I think you deserve it. I think you should get 9 R.I.P. I'm completely biased. I've been waiting for this game for over a year now. I was super excited when they announced it. But yes, this is a good one. I'm excited for this. These boys, they're gonna bring me joy and tears, apparently. I'm gonna cry apparently the whole time. You won't cry. You'll be fine. Maybe. But buy it. I love it. I love the support. And on their website... Ooh, I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. I have so many windows open. Right now, you can still pre-order the limited edition. And I know they made a post on, I think it was Instagram or on Twitter, saying that there's like only... less than 50% of the collector's editions left. So if you wanted the limited edition, which honestly, here's the thing. We looked at this together as a family. I don't care too much about the fan. I like the box. Hear me out. I just like the box. I think the box is cute. And the necklace is nice. I mean, if I had Yukimaro's fan, then I could fan myself. Honestly, it's a little warm in here. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Some people might cry and some people won't, so you might not cry. That's true. I will find things very sad, and I usually don't cry. I don't know if I've cried on stream yet. I don't think I have. That's why I didn't get the limited edition. See, if they had a statue, I would like it more, but that box is so cute. Like, you're gonna tell me I can date Toga, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? He's on the cover. Maybe I'll just hold back the tears. Yeah. I mean, so the thing gives you a cheat, right? Go to the routes that are less scary. I cried when I streamed it last year. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. This kind of gives me Tengoku struggle concerns where I'm like, yeah, but you're all dead, so what's gonna happen next? Like, what's gonna happen next, guys? How are we gonna continue this world? Immediate waterworks. I always cry at the end of Monsters Inc. Sorry, my brain was not translating. Honestly, it's so cute though. I'm trying to think what, like the last movie that made me cry. Let me think. I watch horror a lot. It's not usually gonna make me cry. I know that Fox and the Hound, I had to stop watching that movie when I was a kid. I realized it was sad one day. One day, it just hit me that this is sad. And I bursted into tears and I was unconsolable and I could never watch that movie again. Because it was so sad. I'm like, they can't be friends. They can't be friends anymore. They can't see each other. I was tears everywhere. I can't watch movies with dogs. I will sob for days. Goodness. I always think of I Am Legend because that's the one we watched a lot. And that one is a nightmare to watch if you don't want to cry. If you don't want to cry, don't watch it. Cause like that's his best friend. Like no. But this one, I mean, this is gonna be covering, I assume. This is assumptions. I don't know. Like I said, I've only played the first chapters. How they died, right? I'm assuming we're gonna learn a little bit about how some of them died. Not all of them are dead. Some of them are spirits. Some of them are demons. So they're gonna have different backstories, but we're gonna learn about them as we play. And honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm gonna cry, but if I do cry, I will take a BRB for like a minute because I don't cry pretty. Backstory galore. No. You're like, remember when? That's all it keeps going towards. Oh, that's exciting. Well, that's everything I had planned for today to talk about because this is coming out in 14 days, as we've already established. It's going to be the middle of the month. I do intend to stream tomorrow. I am going to be playing Variable Barricade tomorrow and on Thursday because I'm trying to get through their routes before 9 R.I.P. comes out, and we're only on the second route. And then I'll probably save playing Zelda for later because stuff and things. And then if I do play Call of Duty, which I did have one stream for Call of Duty, just so you guys know, it's because of the horror stuff coming out. Me and my sister wanted to play it. So we both got the season pass, and I'm gonna be bad at it. You got this. Thank you. I'm trying. I think you're almost done with the second round. I'm on the second, or the last board, but I just got to the last board, so I'm not too close to the end. If it's the same length as Ichiha. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Ichiya. If it's the same length, it's gonna be a while, but I'll probably finish it this week at the very least. I was gonna try and do a shorter Otome game in between, but I'm so behind, and last week, like I said, I didn't stream because I was working so much that I was tired, and I don't want to stream when I'm feeling tired because I'm a grumpy goose when I'm sleepy or tired, so I just didn't want to be streaming it in a bad mood. That's not the presentation I want to bring you guys. Most likely you'll finish this route. Yeah, I hope I can finish his this week, because if I had 2 streams that is just him, and Thursday, I don't want to say it with confidence, I don't have anything planned, So I plan on streaming early in the morning and staying on for a long time. Today I had planned on doing this earlier, but I was making all these adorable little setup things and I wasn't done writing my review entirely, so I was finishing that up and I am easily distracted. I made this coffee, by the way, like 4 hours ago. It's delicious because it's iced, but I'm behind. I was behind on my dreams. But yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait for 9 R.I.P. to release. I'm ready to play it. I am ready to be haunted. And then Virtue Evermore is right after that. I don't know how long 9 R.I.P. is, but I'm looking forward to this. Thank you for the review. Thank you guys for sitting through my review. I appreciate you guys all for being here with me today. Hopefully I've convinced you all to buy the game. That's my goal, right? And also just to have fun. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoy my unhinged thumbnails I'm going to be using for this because I loved one photo way too much. So get ready for that later on. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Star. Thank you, Asia. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Ninja. Thank you, Ray. There was a lot of you guys in chat today. I'm forgetting someone. I know it. You didn't convince me. I was already interested. Well, I convinced you more, Asia. I'll see if there's anybody to raid right now, and then I hope you guys have a lovely day. Let me see if I can raid anyone. We're gonna raid Palm.